Hey everyone, welcome to the Banter and Bliss podcast. My name is Allie. I am here with my amazing co-host Jason.
Yo, what up?
Today we are going to talk about the upcoming holiday of Valentine's Day. And I think this is a really interesting topic because it's sort of like this fad that like society has joined, and I feel like it puts so much pressure on the men especially. And I don't know if like actually you guys enjoy the holiday itself more that or as much as girls do. So I want to talk about that, where kind of like the views and the differences between females and males and how they view Valentine's Day differently.
Yeah, Valentine's Day is one of those holidays. Well, I have my own opinion on holidays in general. Like, I think holidays are kind of pointless for the most part. I get the idea, like, birthday, okay, it's like, it kind of doesn't necessarily mean much, but it's like kind of like just, it's your day of the year and you get to, have some fun and people treat you nice. And I like that. That's nice. But a lot of, it's like, nowadays it's fucking holidays for everything. Is a holiday for there's
Yeah.
and I love animals, but it's like there's National Pet Day, there's National Dog Day, National Cat Day,
Yeah.
National Boyfriend, Girlfriend, Mother, dog,
National like donut day or
yeah,
just whatever.
yeah, National Donut Day. Don't they do like Krispy Kreme? They give you like
Fried chicken day, Slurpee day,
yeah, it's
National Kiss Someone day.
Is there really a Slurpee Day?
I don't know.
Oh my god, there probably is a Slurpee
I'm
Day.
just bullshitting.
I would not be surprised though. Donut Day is actually true. Like I've seen that shit. They're like, "Oh, come in and get, half off or buy a donut, get
The
one free."
7-Eleven deal that they would do.
Yeah. Well, if there's a 7-Eleven deal, there's a Slurpee deal too.
I don't know. I used to like Valentine's Day when I was in elementary school, and everyone would go around and give out the cards. Like that was cool because I felt like, oh, it's sort of like a little Christmas.
It's a cute holiday, but there's a lot of pressure on men. I mean, another thing I could easily say is, a lot of people talk about equality, but then there isn't, as far as I know, a day where it's like the same thing is reciprocated for a guy.
Well, it's funny because Valentine's Day I think is supposed to be
Right, but
reciprocated.
it's very clearly not. It's
Yeah.
very clearly a like do
Spoil the
nice
girlfriend.
things, spoil the girlfriend day. Yeah, I mean, like guys are expected to get girls flowers.
Yeah.
How often do you see a girl going out and getting flowers for a guy or something like that?
Do you think
like,
guys would like getting flowers?
I mean, anything really. I mean, sure, flowers is maybe not optimal, but girls are typically, I would think, not getting stuff for the guys anyway, right? I mean, maybe
there's probably like a small percentage.
We'll get each other cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could talk about like what we were thinking about maybe doing for Valentine's Day. But
well, because I have certain feelings about Valentine's Day, so I just prefer doing things a little differently.
Yeah, like last year we didn't do, actually, the one thing we said we were going to do, we didn't end up doing. I tried looking for it. We were going to do like the chocolate strawberries or whatever.
Oh.
And then like I went to the store and I couldn't find like the right one, or I couldn't, or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I prefer doing like, I don't know, either just making either chocolate strawberries at home, because you can have like 20 of them for so much cheaper.
That's what we wanted to do, is we wanted to make them at home. And then I couldn't find the stuff, so I think I just bought chocolate covered strawberries. Like pre-made ones, which defeated the whole purpose of us making it, but
yeah, because it's just, everything is just so overpriced for no reason other than it's Valentine's Day and they know people are going to buy it.
Oh, it's insane. Yeah, no, I remember like in the past having bought like, I don't even know, $60-$80 worth of like a bouquet and shit. And I'm like sitting here like, I'm buying this thing that's going to die in 4 days, 5 days. Like, this is such a fucking waste of money. Like, just being realistic about it.
That's exactly why I love edible arrangements, those flowers, because you just eat them.
Yeah, I mean, they look nice, they look pretty, and yeah, you can get beautiful bouquets and all that's great, but it's like, I don't know, it's one of those things you got to get your bang for your buck. Like the flowers I got you, those other ones, at when I was at like Whole Foods. Um, it's like they weren't like freaking $100, but it was like, oh, here's like a nice little something I can get you, and just you know, it looks nice. Because otherwise, it's like if people are buying a fucking whole bouquet of flowers, you literally buy $100 bouquet of flowers every month. That's over $1,000 a year just on flowers that just die anyway. You throw them out.
Yeah, it's such a waste of money. I mean, flowers are beautiful, but it's like you can literally grow your own flowers.
Yeah, yeah. So there's that, and then there's the whole thing of just going out. Like
Oh my god, that
I
is literally the one reason why I cannot, like, I hate celebrating Valentine's Day. Is literally because it is just so packed with people, and you can't get reservations. Everything is full. Everything is just sold out. Like
yeah,
you
it's
can't go
insane.
anywhere.
I told you this story when I took my ex to one of it was like restaurant or whatever, but they had like a Valentine's special thing or whatever, and uh, it was like a 3-course dinner or whatever, then like appetizer, meal, and like a little
Mm-hmm.
dessert, and it was like 75. Was it 75? I think it was like $75 a person, and then she had like two drinks. She had like two glasses of wine, and I think I had like one. So that the meal, and then the tax, and then the tip, it was like $240, and it's just like when you think about it, it's like, really,
What am I doing?
like how much money, like how much you could just spend that money elsewhere that's like better used, even if
Yes,
it's on the two of you.
yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
Not to say
100%.
that you don't want to go to a nice restaurant, and not to say that like we won't do something nice for like Valentine's
Sure.
Day, but it's like maybe we won't do it on Valentine's Day,
Exactly. Exactly.
and maybe we won't do like a crazy thing, or we won't go to like the most expensive place ever.
Wait, so
Um,
you don't want to go to Chipotle?
oh God, yeah, that was her idea. She's like, yeah, well, can we do Chipotle for Valentine's Day?
I don't know. I
So
just want something good and not
Chipotle and Petty's apparently.
petties. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that'll
pedicure.
be a first for me. Try that out.
Just some uh, self care and comfort food,
Yeah,
and
she
no
likes.
waiting in lines and no crowds.
No waiting in lines. You want to get Chipotle. There's gonna be a line.
They'll have a baby line. Everyone's gonna be out at the fancy restaurants.
Hmm. True, true. There's probably not gonna be a big line at Chipotle on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, maybe if there's
actually,
like-minded people like us.
no, I was gonna say it's like all the people that like don't have like a girlfriend are probably gonna be at Chipotle getting
Oh,
food
yeah,
too.
I mean,
So there, it's
probably.
like them added up
Yeah.
with the people that. Honestly, I feel like there's not a lot of people that would be like us that would just be like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's just go to Chipotle." I feel like most people probably either will just stay in, or they'll go out to some restaurant. Like,
Yeah. It honestly probably depends mostly on the girlfriend and what like her preferences are.
yeah,
Cuz my dad's dated girls that like wanted all that like stuff. They wanted the card, they wanted the bear, they wanted the flowers, they wanted the nice dinner and the gift. So it's just like all these
bear flowers, nice
things.
dinner gift.
Huh?
I was like thinking bear flowers, nice dinner gift. Bear, got you a bear. That's a story. Um,
Yeah, so it's just God, I don't know. It's just there's so many other things that you could spend your money on. And
yeah.
it just doesn't seem worth it to me. I think Valentine's Day is just a way for businesses to make profit. And
Oh, 100%.
and of course, like, yeah, you want to show appreciation to your like loved one, but you should be doing that every other day anyways.
Yeah.
Like you show your appreciation to me and vice versa in like, consistent ways throughout the year. I don't need to feel appreciated on Valentine's Day because I feel it most days of the year anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of like an interesting way to look at it because you're like, well, I'm already doing that, so it's like it's just an extra day of just what, and it's like you already kind of do. It's to me, it's like every holiday is like the same shit. It's like what really is different than Valentine's Day and your birthday? It's the same fucking thing, right? It's a day. It's about you, and we're gonna do stuff together. We're gonna do the same shit. Card, like restaurant, like food, quality time, and then with us, it kind of ends up being like it's like we do that all the time anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like at that point, Valentine's Day or a birthday, maybe birthday, we'll be more inclined to want to
Yeah.
do some sort of a thing. But it's like it's the same thing as like every day, for
Mhm.
for us at least. There may be couples that I don't know.
Which,
Never.
if you're not showing your partner like appreciation every day or at least most days, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like the easiest way to lose someone, like long term, is just like neglecting and being unappreciative because it's like all the things you do for me, all the things I do for you. It's like we're going out of our ways to make sure that person feels extra loved. And that's how you keep the relationship strong, like over time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a consistent thing. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I feel like the main thing of that in terms of like, you're originally asking about like how it is for like men compared to women. And I mean, how do you feel about that? I'm sure maybe you look at it differently. I'm sure most women, or I wouldn't say most women because I know everyone's gonna go, ah. But I
Yeah.
would say like, probably a good portion of women would be like, well, yeah, no, he should do
Yes.
that because blah blah and
Yes. That's my mom.
whatever. Yeah, I mean, and there's like, and there's a sense of entitlement that's attached to that, and I can say that because I treat you well all the time throughout the year, like we said. So it's like it doesn't, it's not anything extra. Like we could sit here and do the Chipotle and whatever, and it's like you don't feel like any less loved
Yeah.
or something like
Yep.
that.
Exactly.
Um, and you see, the funny thing with that is that you need to explicitly say, like, oh, how about we do Chipotle? Or how about
Right.
we,
Because you're going to be automatically programmed to be like, oh my God, I have to make reservations at this nice
yep,
place, flowers, because society like
yep,
does that as
yep.
a norm on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I mean, I still, out of the holiday norm, I still feel as every other guy does, like automatically guilted into like, okay, got to get some flowers, and it becomes like, it's almost like it kind of becomes cheesy
If
because
you
it's
want to
like,
get me flowers, buy me seeds,
yeah,
actually.
yeah. No, that's actually key. We probably should. I don't know how I've never seen that with like roses.
Grow some flowers.
Yeah, I mean, we have. I mean, we'll show you guys one of these days. We have some plants.
Yeah, we have a little
Um,
garden.
yeah, yeah, we have a little garden in
We
the
used to
house right here.
have double the garden size we have now, but then they got infested, so we had to say goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the good majority we still have. There was the duplicate of those, the two, the bell pepper and the avocado that we really liked. Um,
Yeah,
the other ones were kind of just,
stupid bugs. Oh, the flowers.
yeah,
I
and
didn't know how
then
to.
the
They
extra
God, they were
plants and
so like sensitive. They just died. You know.
they need TLC.
Yeah,
um, you
but yeah,
know,
I think. I mean, I that's my preference.
that,
I would rather
that's her plant. Mine's over there.
grow plants than receive flowers that are cut and then they're going to die in a few days.
Yeah, like our bell peppers, like the bell peppers came in and they're small, but they're like cute, and
Yeah,
then
and you
it's
have
like
like
you
a
take
little
some off
attachment
and
to it.
more come in. Yeah, my plan, I have a golden pothos, devil's ivy as it's called. I got him like in the beginning of the pandemic,
Hmm.
and I was like repotting him, and it was my first plant, trying to like learn like oh, what do I do, and how do you take care of it, and when do you water, how much do you water, how do you know how much it's too watered, and all that kind of stuff. And like I almost like lost him, because it was like
Hmm.
he kept like the leaves kept going yellow, and then he kept dying, and there were like, let's say the default we'll say is like there were 40 leaves, and then it went from 40 to 30, and then there was like 20, and then 15, and it's like going down and down, and I'm like shit, like it's looking thin, like you're like losing your hair kind of thing, and you're like starting to notice it. And I am just reading all these things online on like Reddit, like, okay, do I water it more? Do I water it less? I don't know, because everyone just says like you got to kind of play with it. So I kept doing that, and then he got gnats, and then I lost some on that, and I had to repot it again, and I had probably like 10 to 15 leaves left,
Oh.
and then I managed to like I found the tip about the hydrogen peroxide, so the hydrogen peroxide water combo. I did the right proportion of that, killed
And
the
now that we know about
gnats.
cinnamon,
Yeah, yeah, that'll be interesting to see if that does something.
I think I'll probably have to do it like every time because if I water it, then it's gonna
Probably,
disperse the cinnamon. But
yeah,
at least to just make sure there's no more larvae.
yeah, yeah. No, I think those are okay.
I haven't seen
Um,
any bugs lately. We were like seeing bugs
yeah, when there was the
constantly.
whole infestation thing, had to do like a the hydrogen peroxide water kind of rinse. I'd get rid of the ones that were like super infested, and then one actually that bell pepper had stuff. That was the one that had stuff, but he had a little bit. So it was like lose both bell peppers, or get rid of the one that looked super infested and see if could try to save that one.
Oh, I
Um,
love our plants.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
I'm way attached to these plants that I grow.
yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. So he almost died, killed the gnats, and then started to get on a frequency of like, oh, every other week watering them, and leaves started coming in, and like ensuring that it like fully dries out and doesn't stay wet, because depending on the plant. And yeah, and now he's like growing like crazy, and like freaking leaves are coming down the edges, and
yeah.
it's cool. It's almost 3 years now, so it kind of feels like my son, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
like your animals.
Yeah. My dad said when he was taking care of our plants, it sort of felt like almost like grandchildren in a
Kind
weird
of.
way. Like he was like scared for their well-being when he was gone and when it was raining and stormy.
Yeah, that was kind of our first episode on a road trip. When we went on that, we brought the plants to her dad's. It's actually that was where the few of them that did get infested got infested.
Cause yeah, so cause he has like a big backyard and the space to watch over them while we were gone. Unfortunately, being outside, there's all the bugs. So yeah,
Yeah,
we got back and
yeah, because there was a couple minutes we were here, like, where the fuck did these bugs come from?
yeah,
They don't like, it's one of the first things I learned, in bio and college. Spontaneous generation doesn't exist. These things don't just magically appear from nothing, So it's like they had to come from somewhere, and yeah. So anyway, this is an interesting Valentine's Day plant podcast episode.
yeah, yeah, I feel like I'm very simple about Valentine's Day. I think in the past because I've had boyfriends spend like a lot of money on me on Valentine's Day, and I sort of get that. I'm very empathetic naturally, so I sort of feel like, wow, this dinner cost 8 hours of work for you, and that gift cost 3 hours. It's just like it's like I think about that stuff, and it's just like why did we do that? we don't need to do that for me to be happy. But they feel like they need to do that. And it just, I don't know. I don't, and there are times where we were at restaurants and it was so busy and packed and there was a lot of people and I just don't like that stuff. So I feel like the Valentine's Day thing just sort of turns me off a little bit. I like the more intimate things, like with me and you. Like, I love getting a card from you. Like, if anything, that's probably like the only thing I would want is like that, because I keep all of that. Like, I keep everything from like years ago. So that's something I could like look back on in decades from now. So I appreciate letters because those are like coming from the heart. But it's like going to a nice restaurant, that means nothing.
Yeah. And what's kind of, I guess what works out with it in a sense, I feel like initially it's like, ah, shit, like the timing is really bad with this. But the fact that like we don't really intend to do a lot, or whatever the case may be on like Valentine's Day, because her birthday is very close to Valentine's Day, so it's like pretty much the same week. So um, it makes it like that almost makes it hard to like. It's like how do I like treat you in that special way, like two separate times within like a 3-day span.
It's like those
It,
kids that have Christmas and their birthday like around
yeah,
Christmas.
it's like I feel like you got to kind of almost combine it into one sort of thing. And so if we don't do something on that, it's like, well, we're gonna go for your birthday. We'll go eat something nice anyway. So it's like it's the same week anyway, and we don't want to do anything crazy on Valentine's Day. So it kind of is like birthday Valentine's Day
Like,
sort
I'm
of
happy to get like a card, Chipotle,
thing.
and then just watch some like stupid love story movie. Just
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I have to watch the love story movies. So, it's like, does she really need any, big fancy gift when I have to suffer the torture of that?
yeah, okay,
So,
uh
it's
huh,
it's the balance. It's the balance.
uh huh.
You got to give and take.
Mm,
So,
yeah. Are you gonna want anything on Valentine's Day?
well,
PG. Keep this PG, please.
yeah.
I have family members watching.
Yeah, well, yes, definitely.
See, guys are so different in that aspect. We're all like, oh, it's romance and everything. You guys are just like, let's go to business.
Basically, yeah, yeah. Collecting on that. Yeah.
Last final thoughts on Valentine's Day.
Well, now you've distracted me. Now you know where my brain's going. We'll keep this PG. Uh, any last thoughts on Valentine's Day? Yeah, no, just treat your woman, your other significant other, wherever you are, male or female. Um, yeah, just treat them well, and then in the same sense, on the other end of the fence, if you get treated well throughout the entire year, you should not have unrealistic, out of proportion expectations of um, things like Valentine's Day, which really are just superficial, make believe, made up crap. Just like the calendar of the year. That's made up. The Gregorian calendar, like and then the Julian calendar before that. It's like everything's made up. People, humans make things to create and give meaning to stuff. So if you do that naturally,
Especially nowadays, it's made up
yeah,
to make a profit.
exactly. That is all it is. It's a business. Same thing like New Year's. It's a business. There's a reason why most people don't actually complete and fulfill their New Year's resolutions. It's all just like yeah, come join the gym, and they do those commercials and all that kind of crap. They know because most people will do that. And it's funny because if I sign up, me, if I did sign up, I would immediately cancel. But because you had like similar things this past year where you're like, wait, how have I been getting charged this thing for like the last 7 months? They get people like her. So like that's what it is. They get the people, they get them to sign up, and then people forget they're signed up, and then it's like 2 years later, and they've fucking spent $300. It's a business. Anyway, that's my last thought. Advice on that: just have a conversation with your partner, and maybe they just want to chill and watch a movie and eat some Chipotle and do some R-rated stuff.
That's all the guys on that one.
Yeah, the guy's with me on that one. Amen.
All right. We are cutting it short today. Thank you for joining us on this podcast. We're excited for this Valentine's Day. I think it's going to be super low key and fun. And hopefully you guys have a great holiday with your loved ones too. And at least, that you do something that you both love. Both partners should be sort of getting equal attention. Not all just about the girlfriends.
Amen to that. I'm looking forward to that petty. Try it out.
All right. Thank you for watching. Follow our Twitter down below, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks,
Bye.
yeah.